What's happening, fam? L.A.R movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Your Father at Amazon, Kindle, and Create Space. Link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link there also. They asked me to put it up, so I put it up. Thanks everybody for supporting. This video is entitled Changing Yourself is Difficult. One of the hardest things you're going to have to do is actually change, grow, evolve into a better person. And it's hard to do. It's difficult because you might not be able to be the person that you are in the place that you're trying to go. And or you might grow out of who you are into some and evolve into something else. But the problem with that is people don't want to face themselves. You know, I could be very transparent. When I was younger, I was an angry person. You know, did I have reason to be angry? Yeah. But I used to use my anger as motivation. But don't think I wouldn't get at you. You know, I ain't gonna say that get at you because a lot of people, when I was younger, I was my friends was in gangs. I wasn't in a gang. So when I say get at you, I don't mean like in the street sense of, you know, shooting up. What I mean is I will confront you. You know what I'm saying? If me and you got a problem, you gonna see me, and I'm gonna see you. Maybe we'll talk it out. Maybe we'll fight it out. But you gonna see me. You know, that's who I am, and that's who I was. But I was also a smart person too, because certain people I wouldn't mess with, not out of fear or intimidation, but certain people I could see they were on such a destructive path. I didn't even have to deal with them because they was gonna do themselves in. They just went everywhere looking for trouble until they got it. And guess what? That's what happened. So part of the problem is, you know, when you have to change yourself, you have to change your frame of mind. And here's the thing. Changing is difficult because you're gonna meet yourself whether you like it or not. And other people might start telling you about yourself and you might not like it. But it's the truth. And a lot of us don't want to deal with this fact that if more than one person if people who don't know you tell you the same thing about yourself, it's true. And if you keep getting defensive, it's just because you don't want to hear the truth about yourself. And you know if it's a truth and it hits you in your core and you know it's true and you know you need to change it, but you just don't want to, that work is what you're fighting against. It's not necessarily the people's synopsis of who you are. It's that now you know all the things you got to do, and you don't want to do that. You know, change is difficult. You know, it's just like when somebody's overweight and they get tired of it. The change is difficult because it's those steps you got to take. You know, you got to change that whole diet. Now you got to create a whole new routine of a workout plan. You got to create a whole new lifestyle that is the complete opposite of the lifestyle that you're used to. So that makes it difficult. And in the beginning, you might not see results. And it's new territory and it's uncomfortable. And you don't know if it's leading you in the right direction. And when it's leading you in the right direction, you're scared of becoming a better person. So you're on the fence of dabbling back in your comfort zone and stepping out into an uncomfortable space. So changing is difficult. You know. The other thing about that is, like, even when I make these videos, it's still a hobby. In the beginning, I watched myself change because I wasn't, my communication years ago was a whole lot worse than it is now because of my accent, slur, this, that, and the third. But the more comfortable I got talking, the better I got. And I would look at myself in the past and say, yeah, you had an issue with this, that, and the third. Your mind wasn't as sharp as it is now. The way you present things isn't as sharp. Now, when you're having conversations with people and they don't get you, it's because of these communication flaws that you have. So you got to change that. But some of us don't realize that change is difficult. I was watching a movie earlier, when you're very aggressive, you're willing to throw it all away to prove a point, to assert assert your dominance. But the problem with that is everybody's not of that same mind. If me and a person get into it, it is what it is. I don't care. But I could let it go or we could have beef. I don't care. But everybody's not like that. Other people, they'll be scarred for life or be angry for life or take it to their grave. We got enemies for life. You stepped on my toe in '86. Like, whatever. But that's because you can't change. Same thing when it comes to your image. Sometimes you get comfortable in your image. You get comfortable in the way you present yourself. You get comfortable in your clothes. And then you get uncomfortable presenting yourself as a better version of yourself. And the reason why I'm saying change is difficult, changing yourself is difficult, is because most people don't want to be a better version of themselves. That's the problem. Most people don't. They don't want to be a better version of themselves. It's just like, I want to be, how can I say this? I want to be a better version without the effort put into it. I just want to wake up and be a star. That old American kind of logic where I don't want to put in no work, but I want to be great. And it's stupid. But it's a normal thing it's a normal thing, a normal ideology now. Which is very problematic. Because changing yourself, once again, is very difficult. You want to be successful, but you don't want to put in the work to be successful. Or you don't want to stick with it when it's hard. You're going to deal with a lot of pain. Because changing yourself is a painful process. Some people feel like everybody in the world is against them. Well, truth be told, the only person that's against you is staring back at you in the mirror. Nobody's holding you back or holding you down. And don't get it twisted. There are people who actually do hold people back and hold people down, but even they can't hold you forever. Like think about the timing on this. Like if you really spend your days, if a person spends their days and nights to hold you back and hold you down, while they're holding you down, they're holding their own self back and down. Because they're focusing on the wrong thing. Think about that. You have a dream, aspiration, a plan, a direction, and it's their plan to just hold you here. My plan is to hold you here so you don't get there. What about your dreams and aspirations? If I hold you here, I'm going to get mine. How you going to get yours? By holding you down is my dream to hold you down. Like, okay, so what happens when you can't, when I overpower you? Then what? Yeah, I get you had a good run of holding a person down. That's what we doing. But getting back to the topic per se, changing yourself is difficult because you're going to have to face your own traumas, your own struggles, your own idiosyncrasies, your own negative traits, and you're going to have to fix them. You're gonna have to own them. You're gonna have to take responsibility for them. You're gonna have to atone them, and you're gonna have to deal with the backlash of changing and people viewing you as who you once were, and you're gonna have to accept that. You know, I still talk. I have talks with my family to this day where I get that when they say certain things or do certain things, they're like, man, I can't believe you're not responding like that no more. Like, it's still a, I still got that animosity, that anger, that pettiness, but I'm not like on. I'm always on 10. That's like my address, but I'm in a rocking chair. I'm like, man, it's all good. Like, I'm here now. I live here. I'm comfortable. You know, I'm not gonna be. You know, I ain't bringing 10 with me everywhere. I live here. But a lot of people don't address that with themselves. Like, you know, you don't have to take your negativity with you everywhere you go in life. You don't have to take your bad qualities everywhere you go in life. If you want to change for the better, it's gonna be difficult because, you know, who you're gonna have to control is your inner demon, and that's gonna take a lot of work because it ain't nobody else holding it back but you, or killing it but you. So I'm done with this one. Like, share, subscribe. Catch y'all on the next one. Peace.